Alright, so this is going to be Arc 2 for the Cunning Crawlers. Since Vox Machina has defeated vecna, the party lost a few people last session. We've gained a few new people, and we've added a few new characters, because 2 of our players lost their characters last game. Alright, I'm Big L, I'll be your Dungeon Master, and the 2 years that have passed since vecna fight, the churches have come under fire for resurrecting only people who can afford to have their loved ones resurrected. The less fortunate and the ones with less influence and less power were unable to get their loved ones resurrected. And resurrection doesn't always work. So some of the loved ones who were actually able to barely scrape by enough gold and enough diamonds to get their loved one resurrected that didn't come back caused even more despair and untrust. So much so that riots broke out. The churches have been attacked openly. And the power that be has struggled to maintain power. Because with the churches, all the gods that are being worshipped have taken a big hit, some more than others, and the less fortunate and the ones without power have started seeking power from devils and demons, sometimes blatantly, openly recruiting for these, which, when they're wiped out, another one seems to spring up in its place. Now, the despair that's been taking place in the material plane has started to seep through to the other planes. And creatures that feed off of despair and depression have started to seep through to the material plane, causing even more despair. So the churches are trying to build up reputation. It's almost... Some places on tal'dorei, Iman especially, the council has toyed with the idea to ban resurrection altogether. Some openly protesting that it's against nature to resurrect. And that's the world you live in now. So, 2 years have passed. Things have calmed down a little bit. But tension is still high. And some would say it would only take a great demon or a great devil to bring the planes tumbling back down. The gate, on the other hand, has been weakened due to the trammels being used and the gods being weakened to make those trammels. So if there's another incident like vecna, the gate might even crumble and the gods come flushing back anyway. So it's a very troubled time that you guys are living in now. So, one of our newest characters is played by Adam. Why don't you go ahead and take over?
Yep, I'm Adam. I died the last game, so that was cool. Today I'm playing Leaf, a tabaxi barbarian. You know, the normal cat-like face, leopard, print, skin, but with broad shoulders. Muscular physique and a tendency to wear as little as he can get away with. Over the past 2 years, Leaf spent his time after briefly mourning the loss of a number of his friends during the fight in Vasselheim. After that, he then went and made new friends in Amon and all of tal'dorei. Unfortunately, not everyone was happy about how Leaf made his new friends. as the wives and husbands of his new friends would get very upset and chase him around the city until Leaf outran them eventually. He would also... He also, from time to time, was able to go on some missions with the Cunning Crawlers. With Sue gone, the guild had fallen substantially, but Quinn had done great so far in keeping the guild open as best as he can. And it's also a good place to rest when he's between lovers.
Okay, is that my cue? I'm Vamp, and I played Dolly in the last arc, and unfortunately she got crushed. So my new character is Selise Greycoast. She is a slender, tall human, standing about 5'9", with fair skin, wearing a mask just over her silver eyes, and a hood strategically placed as not to see her hair. A few weeks after the attack, Selise stayed in Vasselheim to help prepare the city for a few months, burying the dead and keeping looters from taking what was left. Also, she kept an eye on the evil that lurked just outside, attempting to grab a hold of the weak and mourning. She caught wind that the Cunning Crawlers were barely holding together, and there were still a few jobs for them to do, but without her companion she was lost, yet her dream seemed to lead her back to Iman. So she went back to Iman to regroup with the remaining guild members. Over the next couple of years, she continued to work as an adventurer for the Cunning Crawlers. Most of the jobs she selected were those that could be handled by 1 or 2 members. She wasn't quite ready to become part of another team just yet, until one dream fathered Dominic in Whitestone. She envisioned him fighting off some demons in robes, and she knew ever since Vasselheim's siege the churches were under such scrutiny. She decided that her dream was leading her back to become a member of the new group. So she didn't know why, but her dreams led her there, and she knew this was how she was going to eventually get back home to protect her family, the only family she had left.
All right. My name is Austin. My returning character is Quinn. And speaking of Dolly, Dolly's the straw that broke the camel's back. And now Quinn has PTSD.
Oh!
He spent the rest of the day after the battle helping the living and gathering what that he could. And a few days after that, he returned to Amon. He experiences the anger that the common people have against the church for not allowing to resurrect the dead for free, or having a price put on a resurrection spell, or even a resurrection spell not working. But Quinn knows the price of spells paid not in gems is in blood. Unfortunately, not long after returning to Amon, there's an attack on the Changebringer's temple, which forces Quinn to get new armor. He also realizes around the same time that Sue is either killed or missing in action and is not coming back, and assumes the role of guild leader for the Cunning Crawlers. He quickly opens up the guild hall as an inn to help with recruitment and make it a safe haven for all the peoples of Amon, and he calls it the first step. His new plate armor is very spiky. It's just more of a oh god, what is that word? I don't know, pillars. Not actual spikes, but like pillars, pillory. And that's what he's been doing the last 2 years.
Okay, hi, my name is Madelyn. I am also a returning person. My character is Haruto Mori, a drow rogue, not sorcerer, warlock. And Haruto he sure had 2 years. He's decided, upon watching the mystery egg hatch from so long ago, he's decided to raise his new kobold child, naming them Taraka. Taraka is a quiet individual and very reliant on their father, but intelligent and a quick learner, showing roguish traits just like his surrogate father. Haruto, saved up enough money and was able to successfully resurrect his lover, Yuma Abeoka, a captain of Iman's guard, and while Abeoka's daughter, Miyako, hates his guts because she blames him for Yuma's death in the first place, Abeoka's nephew, Sato, is a little more level-headed. The two of them appreciate that Yuma is back, and while the man is a little shaken, he's recovered, and Haruto and his bond has only become closer. Haruto has desperately tried to grow closer to his patron, contacting them almost every night. He started to become entranced when he casts his magic, which has only grown stronger. He displays almost cultist-like behavior, most of it being an act, but he's having fun, so it's all good. And while his source of magic is demonic or devilish, he's realized he's got to be a villain with good publicity, or not so much a villain at all, as much as a vigilante. So he has decided to become the right-hand man to Quinn, who's taken up the mantle of the Cunning Crawlers. Should he decide to sacrifice and murder in the name of his patron, he does it in bursts on missions for the Cunning Crawlers with people who are a genuine threat to peace and happiness for the people of tal'dorei. So he's slowly moving from chaotic neutral to chaotic good. So long as doing good continues to feel good.
Okay, well, I'm Terra. I'm new to the campaign. My character is Mai, and Mai is a half-elf. She has long white hair that is usually kept in a braid that falls down her back. She has blue eyes. She's kind of tall, about 5'6", fairly thin but muscular. And she is part of the Cunning Crawlers. And during the battle of Vox Machina and Vecna, she saw most of her party either killed or retreat. So immediately after Vecna was defeated, Mai was left to mourn the loss of her comrades. While some were able to retreat, she watched many more fall in battle, and it weighed heavily on her. She found shallow comfort in drink and nearly nightly companionship before building up the courage to return to her hometown to check in on her family. Making sure not to be seen, Mai made her way through Western to her family's estate. She watched the ground for hours under the cover of nearby trees until she was satisfied that her parents and sisters were safe. She almost wanted to run to them and leave her life of wandering for the comfort of her childhood, but she knew that she still had work to do. She returned to the Cunning Crawlers in Amon and took every job she could that would allow her to help the citizens of tal'dorei recover. Eventually, she fell back into her routine of working entertainment or security at taverns, in between contracts with the guild. Upon meeting her newest adventuring party recently, Mai's spirits have lifted and she's ready for the journey to Craghammer.
Hey!
I guess the torch now falls to me. I'm Riley, and I am a new player in this campaign, and I am introducing the character known as Tide. Tide is a rather aquatic-looking humanoid, lacking gills, however, with seaweed-like hair that flows as if constantly in water, one part of it sitting over one side of his face, the eye and the ear. Blue skin with white lines almost resembling waves about ears like that of fish fins, wearing two differing size earrings of mother of pearl and a necklace of which is adorned by a shark tooth that looks like it was from a pretty massive shark, wearing dual scimitars on the back and a breastplate. Tide had some great losses during the siege of Vasselheim and ended up vanishing, despite all of the bravado and all that was handed to him, the praises. He felt empty, and so he went back to Amon and lived out his life in isolation in the wilderness. fighting brigands for their bounties until eventually hearing about the Cunning Crawlers and coming back into the picture, saving up the money and spending it for a rather large return present. Took a lot of courage, but he managed to swallow his fears and eventually come back with a bright smile and an armful of goodies.
All right. So, as stated before, Quinn has received a quest to go to Craighammer to work for Cass Strongbeard. He needs his mind cleared. Little details have been given. Quinn has shared little details on the mission. He did tell the party that the reward would be 8,000 gold. He's gathered his party and he's headed out. They have traveled quite far and are just now about to enter Craighammer. The journey itself was very non-important for the level of the characters that were there. But for those who have not been to Craighammer, Craighammer is a 3-tiered cathedral metropolis carved into the stone of the mountain. The interior structure is quite large, and the streets and town are lit by these red glowing orbs. There are a lot of archways, and everything's made out of marble, with marble columns and stuff. The mithril mine is quite off limits to you guys, and you're not here for the mithril mines. It took you maybe a few hours to get through security of the town and everything. But once Quinn was able to get word out, there will be a meeting tomorrow morning around 11 o'clock. So now you guys need to find a place to stay for the night and everything else. So why don't we pick up there?
Well, I have something I'd like to ask if it's possible while in Craighammer. Tide would try to find some fashion of a baker, as when leaving him on in the hurry, not wanting to disappoint his group, he forgot that one of them said they liked cookies. So I'm gonna try to find someone. I'm gonna try to find some cookies.
It wouldn't be too hard to find the bakers.
How much would it be for a dozen for each party member, excluding myself?
That's a lot of cookies.
That is a lot of
That's
cookies.
holy shit.
That is a lot of
Probably
cookies.
about 20 silver.
I will spend that happily.
All right.
Jesus.
The baker says it will probably take about an hour to have them all ready, but you can pick up the first batch within 30 minutes.
I'll just wait the whole hour. I'll just wait the whole hour and come back.
It'd only take an hour to make 6 dozen cookies?
They're dwarves, man.
They're dwarves.
Listen, that's what they do.
They bake?
It's a giant. It's a
They
giant,
do now.
It's a giant oven. You know, like an old bread oven.
Yeah.
From Italy
It's a
and
fucking
stuff.
smelter they decommissioned.
There is
I
a
could
giant
bake 6
forge
dozen
in the middle of the
cookies by now.
city, though.
So just to clarify, we just arrived at Craghammer and got settled in, and we need to settle in for the night, so we need to find a place to stay. Or...
It's about midday, but you have just now reached the city, so you have an entire city to explore if you want. But you should probably find lodging for the night.
Alright, are there any places we can get, like, maps or something? I mean, I don't know how open they are to people coming on in, but there's got to be at least some place that might at least have directions to get.
There's a few children running around that offer newcomers a tour for a coin.
How much? How much these little shits talking?
About 5 copper.
Oh, okay, that's easy.
They'll take you to anywhere you want to go.
So so Haruto's got a hooded cloak on, because sunlight is not good for him. Does not like this. Or are we underground?
You guys are technically underground.
Oh, perfect. Never mind. I mean, I still have it on, but my hood's not up. So, if I find one of these kiddos, I'm just gonna, I'm gonna approach one of them. Hey, so a couple friends and I just got in here. We're about to do, some business for some dude. Do you mind showing me to the nearest and, standard inn? I don't know what standard means. I'm tired. I did not sleep well last night, so forgive me. And he's gonna hand the kid 2 silver.
And they should also have very good drinks, and hopefully they're visited by attractive women, and maybe even attractive men?
Take it easy, Squiggy. Let's just at least get ourselves settled in.
These kids are looking up at the drow and the Catman and turn and take off running.
Bye, assholes. Enjoy your silver.
Walk up behind.
Can I run after them?
Oh God.
Yeah, you'd catch them pretty easily.
Oh, I'm not trying to catch them. I'm just I go, oh, this is a fun part of the tour.
They scream and run.
Alright, someone else do this for me. Nobody fucking likes me. They don't fucking like elves. They don't like elves, let alone drow. Someone do this for me.
Leaf,
Well,
come
my dear
back.
Quinn.
Attractive woman behind me.
What, do we need to put on some quick makeup?
Oh, while they're doing this, is there anyone nearby that looks like a guard? Anyone obviously
you've already taken
just
off for the bakery, I thought.
Well, yeah, but is there anyone nearby me?
You're in the bakery. There's probably several patrons, dwarfs walking around.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll just kind of hail one of them, give a wave.
All right.
Just say, hello, excuse me, I have a question for you.
Yeah.
So I was wondering, I'm visiting this wonderful city of yours, although it's rather new to me. Could you please direct me to the nearest, most reputable tavern? Gives a big smile.
I don't know what reputable means.
Point me to the place that you think is the nicest.
Fucking elves. You need to go to the empty keg.
When he says that, it's like Tide feels in his ears, and he just kind of gives a confused look, but gives a big smile in return and goes, "Thank you." Now, what was the name again?
The empty keg. Down the road, to your left, to your left, to your right, to your left.
To the left, to the left, to the right, to the left. Gotcha. To the left, to the right.
Now kick, now walk it by yourself.
Now shuffle. And I'm going to keep that to memory while I wait for these cookies.
He holds out his hand. He holds out his hand.
Oh no, that was Tide's reaction.
I know, but he holds out his hand to Tide.
I shake.
He turns and walks away.
Have a nice day!
Fucking elves.
I feel my ears again. Was it growing? And I wait for the cookies.
Alright. Is anybody else wanting to do anything else?
Well, dear Quinn, have we decided on where we're staying for the night, or was that not part of the plan?
Yeah, did we not get, like, free lodging or anything like that?
No, but I'll cover it. As long as Leaf
Don't do that
doesn't
to yourself.
run off.
Which you did, because I don't know why. And Richard's just, like, leaning against the building and fucking pouting. He was genuinely asking. He gave these kids 2 silver. Ugh.
You made those kids' day, by the way.
Yeah, really. I gave them 2 silver and they pissed themselves at the sight of me. Completely unaware of the fact he's wearing, like, very strange robes. Like, you could call it cultist robes. And he expects a kind reaction. So that's the kind of person he is.
It's quite alright, dear. You see, they live a little bit sheltered over here.
A little bit.
Don't pay no mind.
Oh, I'm paying mind. I just shut up.
Quinn, do we need to go meet with whoever sent this contract to us while we have part of the day left?
I believe he wanted a meeting tomorrow before we head off to the mine. So we have all day to ourselves here.
I'll go try to find someone to ask for directions to a nice inn.
All right.
I'll go with her.
All right.
I'm gonna go see if there's any temples around or something along those lines.
Okay.
Quinn gives up on trying to move as a group and just takes off in a direction to try and find an inn.
I love you, Quinn!
Trinity asking you.
Listen, it's fine. It's fine.
Yep, you've lost all control as a leader.
I'm getting some cardio with dwarf children.
Oh God!
Oh boy!
These dwarf children lead you to a small rundown house, and they dart through there, and you tire them out pretty quickly, and they just fall down, start crying. Mia,
Oh
Maya,
no!
and Celine, you guys find a guard. You ask for
Hi. We're new in town. Obviously. Where would a nice inn in this beautiful city be?
A nice inn. Well, there's several that you can stay at. How nice you looking to get?
Well, in your opinion, what's the nice?
Oh, you guys couldn't afford the nicest. Plus, you probably wouldn't be welcome there.
How about the nicest one to be welcome at, then?
Alright. Well, most of the elves head up to the Crystal Chandelier. That's about 3 blocks up that way. You go into the second tier, and it's on the right. You can't miss it.
Lovely. Thank you so much.
Oh, you're very welcome.
And I'll toss him a gold.
Holy shit, you fucking rich-ass elves.
Shows him about making assumptions.
I mean,
I love
Leia does sound nice. May I ask what the nicest inn is called?
The nicest inn for the travelers are up north in the high tier, and that's called the Raven's Nest.
The Raven's Nest. I don't know. I think I'd rather stay in the Crystal Chandelier. Anyway, thank you very much for your kind instruction.
No problem, ma'am.
I'll meet up with whoever we weren't with and let him know about the crystal chandelier.
All right. Well, I think everybody's wandered off. So when you turn around, nobody's there.
Beautiful.
Scatter! Quick!
My friend Quinn, he's now a leader of a guild. He throws a 40 on the ground and yells, "Scatter!"
Tide wouldn't have said where he was going. He would have said, "I need to go get something."
Perfect.
As
Starting
to
off
cover
with
up what he's doing.
Splitting the party.
Yes, the party is very much split.
did Quinn instruct us on where we were meeting Mr. Krabs tomorrow?
He did not.
I guess we should have figured that out before we parted ways.
I didn't expect everyone to run away, but shall we make our way to this inn, I guess?
Yes, I'm fairly certain that everyone be asking the same question and getting the same answer.
And our party really stands out, so if we see anyone along the way, we can bring them with us.
Oh, very certain, very certain. Shall we?
Let's go. And the whole way this inn is just completely fascinated with this whole concept of an underground city. She loves it.
All right.
I do quite love Selise and Mai. They're so good.
All right. Quinn, as you're walking along, the city is well made. I mean, it's a dwarven structure. Most of it's made out of stone and marble. Very little wood has been used except for accommodations. You do see a tussle off in the alley. You can give me a perception roll if you want to look at it more, or you can just keep going.
Me and Selise, we see this?
No, just Quinn.
Oh, sorry, my bad.
With a 13, it looks like one of the dwarfs are getting a little bit the upper hand, and as the other dwarf goes down, the winner turns around, looks at you, gives you a little wink, and starts walking towards you. She's got about a 5 o'clock shadow. You can tell that it's a female dwarf just because there's a little bit of cleavage showing. And she's headed your way as she wipes the blood from her nose with her knuckle.
I'll just stand there with my hand on my hip, I guess.
Well, you're a big one. What brings you around these parts?
I've got a contract to do some work here tomorrow.
Psh, no respectful dwarf would hire someone of your size for a job here in the city.
Well, thankfully, my job here in the city...
Let me see your papers.
What do you do?
No.
What do you mean, no?
Exactly what I mean. You don't appear to look like a guard to me, and frankly, I'm not very threatened right now.
Are you insulting me?
You can take it that way.
You have some bows. Where you head?
Looking for a good inn.
Well, depends. What type of inn are you looking for?
Knowing the people I'm with, they'll probably want something more expensive.
More expensive. Well, for 5 silver, I'll show you around.
Alright.
Alright, hand over 5 silver. She'll walk you around. She'll take you around to the forge because that's the main attraction. Even they are feeling the pressures of the church and the resentment of the churches. So she kind of stays away from the churches there. So you end up not running into Haruto. But you do run into Celine and Mia eventually as you guys reach the crystal chandelier. So you 3 are together. I'm going to jump over to Haruto. You finally make it into... Everybody avoids you, gives you dirty looks. Some even throw
That's fair.
trash at you.
Am I able to at least mostly dodge it?
Yeah.
I got my hood on and stuff, so whatever.
Most of them, they call you names, taunt you a little bit, dare you to do anything. And you're smart enough to know that A, you're a drow, and B, you're a foreigner, so it might not be a wise idea to start any serious trouble. And
They haven't called me anything that my family didn't call me back in the Underdark, so it's fine. They haven't called me anything worse.
And you make it to the temple district. Some temples still exist. The Raven Queen's temple has been burnt to the ground.
Ooh. I'm gonna glance down at my pendant and, hold it to me and a little bit like, oof. The hell happened here?
You get no reply.
He knows he's not getting a reply. It's just fun to talk. Are there any temples that look like in less disarray?
The Allhammer is the most pristine. But even
So I'll go there.
it looks a bit run down.
That's completely fair. Knowing what's been going on, that's, all I need is a quiet place to talk. Kind of debrief.
Alright. You're able to go in. There's probably maybe 10 dwarfs in there. Sitting in the pews.
Alright, so I think I'm gonna take a seat in one of the pews as quietly as I can, which I would hope is pretty silently. Again, pull out the pendant, stare into it, probably speaking in Elvish under my breath, or hopefully, if not telepathically just yet, then definitely under my breath. Hey, so we made it. Alright, I don't know what this is going to entail, but if we need a mind cleared, there's probably something bad in there, so you might get something that you like. Let me know if you have anything specific that you want from me, because I'm here for you. I'm excited to be out and about again. This is going to be fun. I don't know how much jurisdiction you hold. Just watch over the Abiokas and Taraka for me. Make sure that boy doesn't get into trouble. He's an idiot, and I love him very much. Alright, bye.
Alright.
And he does blow that little kiss.
Your nose begins to bleed. Alright.
Right.
Sorry.
Leafy.
He wipes it off. He's like, fair. Licks it. Leaves.
Alright. Leafy.
Yep.
What are you doing? These kids are crying. And you're standing over them.
I say, thank you for the tour. Good exercise. And I, jog off again. From this tour, did I happen to go by any inns or?
Yeah.
Anything that Leaf would find promising?
No.
No.
Not really.
Okay. Can I at least see, the giant forge in the middle?
Yes, you can. It's very
Okay.
dominant.
I would probably head in that direction because it's an obvious landmark and hopefully the others can find me there.
Alright.
Or I can find a place to stay.
Alright, I'll say as you're walking, you do notice once you get to heading a bit closer to the forge, you do notice an inn called the Crystal Chandelier.
Oh, does it look nice?
It does
Expensive?
look quite nice. Well, all the buildings here look pretty nice. Once you made it to the second tier, everything looks pretty decent. So are you heading in?
Yeah, I'll head in, and just say, "Hello, people of Craghammer. Leaf has arrived."
All right. Well, we'll get back to that. Tide, you make it to the middle of the. You make it back to where you came from with all these cookies. Nobody's here.
I was expecting this.
Give me a intelligence check.
Oh god, okay. Intelligence.
Oof.
6.
Yeah!
All right.
You're an idiot on main.
There is one thing I'm good at. I would like to track my party members.
You really can't. Not in a major city, man.
Well, not necessarily nose to the ground, more so asking, because they're noticeable. I'm a seaman.
Yep. Go ahead and give
We
me
stick
an
out like a sore
investigation
thumb.
roll.
Yikes. Okay.
People are kind of nervous about you, so they just shake their head like, nope, don't know nothing.
Oh, beautiful.
Usually people in all places accept a smile. This is unusual. And I'm going to keep trying to find my party members.
It takes you a little bit, and you make it to the middle of the city, and you see, you just see the back end of Leafy walk into the crystal chandelier.
Okay. I'll go. If he goes in there, then that's some starting point. If he's the only one, it's still a starting point, so I'll head in.
All right. Eventually, Haruto will stumble upon them in the crystal chandelier. Now, you guys all split up and walk different parts of the city, but you notice that most of the city is dwarves. There are a few gnomes, but there are hardly any elves or humans or any other species here.
That's completely valid.
You guys are pretty easy to spot.
We stand about 1.5 feet above everyone else.
So, has the entire party miraculously arrived at the crystal chandelier?
Yes, so let's get some RPN, guys.
Tide will pull forth a giant sack in like one of those Russian dolls that is filled with smaller sacks, but it's not entirely layered, and will hand one to each party member, including Azarious, but he's not present right now, but hands one to him and does not take one himself.
What in the actual fuck is this?
They are cookies.
Mai opens it immediately.
What kind of cookies did you get?
Well, partly sugar, partly chocolate chip.
Oh, so like standard fare. Okay.
I mean, isn't part of the fun of cookies opening them up, eating them, and finding out for yourself?
No! What kind of heathen are you?
Well, I just decided to start off this visit right, and so I decided to get us all cookies, except myself, of course.
Why not yourself, dude?
You all deserve some. I don't need any right now.
Toruto's gonna leave and go fucking find a bakery and get this stupid fuck some cookies.
I want to hold him back. I want to hold him back.
Don't be like that. Like he's pointing at, like his fingers almost like on Tide's nose. Stop.
I don't need the courtesy returned, please.
No. We get cookies, the whole party gets cookies, which includes you. I've come to realize.
I'm coming with you.
The easy solution to this would be all of us just give him a cookie.
No, that's fair. Actually, that's more spendthrift. Thank you. Alright. I'm gonna give him half of my cookies.
You don't travel with the wisest bunks, do you, metal man?
I applaud Quinn making that decision. Good decision, leader. Very good decision.
Did he call you leader? You're the leader of this bunch? God.
Thanks, Chief.
I really wish you'd taken me out in that alley.
Wait, me?
It's never too late.
Oh, if you want, I can arrange that. You good?
I meant her, but...
Ow. Fair. Anyways, so should we get our rooms in for the night? I'm exhausted, and I want to get this over with because I'm done with being stared at like this.
I had several people call me an elf. That's actually a first.
Yeah, I have a feeling any person that they don't know and don't like is immediately an elf, which is why I want to go.
Wait, then I ask the dwarf lady, does that mean I'm an elf?
I believe you're a tabaxi, are you not?
That's what I thought, which is why I was confused by what was just said.
Well, his ears are kind of pointy. They might think he's a sea elf.
Tide cocks his head. I've actually never heard of a sea elf. That's a thing?
There's so many different types of elves. There's high elves, wood elves, dark elves, sun elves, moon elves, air elves, shit elves. I don't know. There's tons of us. It's kind of alarming.
That's interesting. Tide almost is like a little awkward with the pile of cookies that you've given him, as he doesn't look like he wants to partake in it.
Eat the cookies.
Not
right now. Just promise me that you'll eat them. Because I don't give things out.
Gives a big smile. I don't wish to partake of my own gift. It's a little uncourteous. I'm sorry, but...
Have you met me?
Yes?
Do you think I give two solitary shits
I wish
about politeness? Wait, what?
A big old smile. I wish you did.
Yeah, no. You don't get anywhere in life with that. You just have fun, dude. Have fun.
It's like he doesn't move his elbows, but he's just holding one cookie with like two fingers, just at the base of the table.
Alright, listen, worst comes to worst, you know what, fuck it. Hold on. And he's gonna get is there, in this inn, is it like a tavern inn, or is it just an inn?
It's a tavern inn.
Perfect. I'm gonna go to the bar.
Okay.
Excuse me? Hi, what's the strongest booze you got that also tastes alright?
Dwarven ale.
Fair. How much for you got, like, I know wine comes in bottles. You got anything, like, small? It's not like a giant barrel of ale, but, like, a smaller container that I could purchase?
You mean a cup?
No, I mean, like a bottle, but specifically for ale, whatever it is. I don't know. Yeah, I guess a pitcher. Basically, he's asking because he can't buy a bottle of wine for Tide, but if he could have, he would have bought a bottle of wine. He's looking for the ale equivalent of a bottle of wine.
Alright, you can buy a gallon.
Perfect. I'm buying a gallon of ale. How much is it?
2 silver.
2 silver sold to the... What color is the dwarf at the bar wearing?
The dwarf at the bar is Mary, and she's in a red and white dress.
Red dress? Sold to the woman in red. He's gonna slap it down. Thank you. I apologize in advance. And he's gonna leave. And he'll set the gallon of ale. Here. You don't want the cookies? I'll at least get you this.
You're getting quite a lot of stares around the bar.
Yeah, that's fair.
Tide grows a very wide smile. However, he does not mention that his preferred drink is rum, but he does slide the drink over to him and goes, thank you. I appreciate it. Does this mean you want the cookies back?
It means if you're not going to eat the cookies, then I'll at least give you something for equivalent exchange.
He slides the cookies back over to you.
That's fair. Don't go giving me back my own gift. It's impolite.
Nods. I understand. Wait, that's exactly what you just did to me.
Yeah, I know.
Okay. As he takes some sips of the drink.
I'm making fun of you, darling.
Oh. Okay.
And then here we go, upon seeing the stairs, like, what? Do I have something in my teeth? Are my robes on wrong? Like, did I wear my clothes inside out?
Well, as I mentioned before, dear sir, they have lived sheltered lives. As you could tell, we're much different from a majority of the patrons in here.
No. I know perfectly well. This is what's called calling them out.
Ah, okay.
Very
Very well.
I don't
Bless
know
your
that that's the best way to make friends here.
We have a job to do.
Well,
you
we
know,
could be
if you
kind
do,
in the- I apologize, Leaf. You were speaking.
sorry. If you do want to make friends, then I would suggest. And then I stand up and I shout, "Oh, what? You're saying you want to buy drinks for the entire bar? Is that what you said, Mori?" Pointing to the drow.
No, my God.
Oh.
No, that's not what I said, but if it gets people to be happier and stop staring at me, then fine.
That's very generous, but
I don't care. Life doesn't matter, and I'll be dying soon anyways, so it's fine.
A gnome and a dwarf get up and start walking out. Fucking
Yep.
poison. Yeah, I don't doubt it. Fucking drow.
See? And I'm gonna look at... I will pay them absolutely no mind, but I will pull Leaf close, and I'm just like, see, that's what I'm talking about. Nobody liked me in Iman, where there was a more even mix of people, let alone here, where anyone they don't like gets treated like shit. So, would you mind not drawing attention to me any more than I draw attention to myself already? And if you pull that shit again, I will make you regret it. And you might wake up with a couple fingers or toes missing. Am I clear?
The female dwarf that's with Quinn just leans over and goes, "He's not the brightest one, is he? Sir, they're not dissing you because you're different. They're dissing you because you're a fucking drow."
Yeah! Exactly!
Your race is very known to attack us dwellers.
No, I understand completely. It's not unwarranted.
Well, there's not.
It's just not fun to deal with.
So, I would just throw the hood up and be quiet.
It is up, ma'am.
Tide looks very confused, like with a finger up, kind of pointing towards the door with a cocked head to the side. That was a gnome. I saw that right, yeah?
You did, it doesn't matter. I'm gonna go over to Mary, actually. Can I get a room and go upstairs and stop, causing trouble in your fine establishment?
Sure.
You don't deserve this.
6 silver?
Oh, I'll hand it to her and stiffly walk upstairs.
Alright. She gives you a modest room.
Alright, that's fair. Whatever.
Gonna look towards the rest of the party and then look over to Quinn. The big grin. So, when are we meeting again? Just so I can commit it to memory.
As far as I know, it's tomorrow morning around, I think, 11.
And where?
Where?
His house.
yeah.
Oh, wow, that's pretty impersonal.
Okay. Good to know, good to know. Knowing is half the battle.
So, Ty, do you
if I
not like
haven't-
any
oh, sorry.
desserts, or is it just cookies?
Well, I've never really eaten many desserts in my life. Being on the sea, you don't really get much access to desserts, especially underwater.
That's understandable.
One of you said you liked cookies, so I decided I might as well get the group cookies.
Half of my bag is gone already.
And he has a big smile on his face because of it.
Quinn, have you taken off your helmet?
Nope.
Okay.
What kind of heathen takes off their helmet in a tavern?
What kind of
Not
heathen
this
takes
one.
off their helmet?
What kind of
Hold
heathen
up.
takes off their armor?
Come on, get that 6 points of exhaustion. Let's go.
Die hard.
So what are the rest of you guys gonna do? This is a good time for RP, guys.
Yeah. So did Mai, you said you wanted to hear some sea shanties, yeah?
Yes, I do. I'll pull out my harp, which is way nicer looking than anything else Mai has on her. It's golden. It has really beautiful, like, intricate designs on it. It looks completely out of place with her.
Mm-hmm. Kind of gives a nod to it. I've only seen one of those once. But yeah, so me singing it alone is not necessarily the best for the song, the shanty, because then usually you have the whole ship and people all over the ship, so it adds to the vocals. I'm not the best singer, but it adds to the effect when you have the whole group.
Oh, we're singing. I mean, I don't know what we're singing, but sure, I'll join you.
Well, I can teach you the song. It's rather a common one. You might have heard it before if you've ever been on a boat. It's quite common. Well, and both Tide and Riley take a quick drink. Clear the throat.
Really quickly, you're kind of close to the mic.
Let me move it away. Thank you for telling me.
No problem.
Is that better?
Yeah, it's good. You just sometimes when your consonants get very close. That's all.
Yeah, might have been when I think I accidentally hit the bottle against my mic. But okay, so Tide takes a sip and clears the throat. So I'll start off with the chorus, and possibly you all could join in. What do we do with a drunken sailor? What do we do with a drunken sailor? What do we do with a drunken sailor early in the morning? Way, and up she rises, way, and
Mine
up
starts
she
playing
rises, way, up she rises early in the morning.
Yep.
Shave his belly with a rusty razor, shave his belly with a rusty razor, shave his belly with a rusty razor early in the morning. And Tide, like, almost instinctively starts stomping on the ground for the beat. What do we do with a drunken sailor? What do we do with a drunken sailor? What do we do with a drunken sailor early in the morning? And he stops right there. Well, it has more verses to it, but of course, as I said, it's much better when you have the whole ship singing it. Thank you, Leaf, for trying to join in.
I tried. I've never heard that before, but thanks.
The bar kind of looks at you funny because it's not a port city; it's a mountain city, and they really don't get many sailors. So,
oh yeah,
I mean, you get a few but nobody was able to join in.
Yeah, Tide had his eyes closed, not even caring about what was going on around him, stomping his feet to the beat of it. This place doesn't really, provide good acoustics. The open ocean has a certain finesse to it that adds to the classic art of the sea shanty. Gives a big smile.
Well, I thought it was great. As I learn it better, I'll 100% join you in that.
Well, we can work on that. Gives a grin. Really warm grin.
Yes, it was a lovely tune. The lyrics were a bit, interesting.
I get that a lot because one thing about sailors is that most of the time the only pastime you can really get as a sailor is getting drunk. However, I didn't drink as often as the others, but it is quite common. And the song came about how to punish one man that they are. The story about it is they caught one man who was exceptionally drunk, and so they decided, what should we do to play a prank on him?
Oh, well now that I understand the words now.
Mm-hmm. They thought at one time, they thought it was funny to tie me to the front of the ship, because the one time I got drunk. The fun time.
What was it, a fun time?
So should we prevent you from drinking any further? Is this one of these life lessons?
Oh, no, it took me quite a lot to get good and drunk. You'll find that the rum on the seas is much harder. It hits stronger than this drink. But I have a rather fortuitous, I think that's the word, body.
Plus, we have no ship to tie him to, so...
That's
very
true.
well, very well.
Dwarves and gnomes and other elves and visitors begin to pull into the inn for supper and whatnot. So the tavern is picking up with business, and some of you have yet to get rooms.
Which Tide will hop on that immediately. Would like to approach the bar.
Okay.
Are we getting our own rooms, or is Quinn...
Quinn said he was going to get them.
Okay.
Is Quinn gonna do it before Tide? Because Tide's about to buy it for everyone, if I'm being completely honest.
He'd like to, but he doesn't know what Tide's doing at the bar.
Well, in that case, Tide will give a wave and a smile to the lady behind the bar. Hi, I would like to ask what's the usual rates for your rooms?
Usual rates for the room is 5 silver pieces.
5 silver. There's a slight flashback of recognition that the barkeep had cheated Mori, but he keeps that to himself, doesn't give any visible recognition. 5 silver, and we have 6 of us currently. And so Tide pulls out the last bit of coin he has, just exactly 30 gold, and hands it over.
What?
30 gold?
Mm-hmm. Which is, or you said 5 silver, yes? 5 times 6 is 30. Oh wait, no. Wait.
That's 6
am I doing
silver.
my math wrong?
That's 6 gold.
Yeah.
Yeah, 6 gold. Okay, my bad.
Wait, I did my math wrong just now. It's 3 gold.
3.
There you go.
Yeah, gold.
Money! So yeah, I hand over my entire wallet. No, I give her the money.
Okay.
Tide knows how to math, Riley does not.
Alright. She slides over the keys. There's only 4 keys.
Well, it seems that some people are going to be in the need of sharing a room.
Selise, do you want to share a room? I'd be okay with it.
Yes, darling, that is probably the best roommate situation I can tell.
One more pair would have to share a room, correct, Elle?
Correct.
Okay. I'm willing to share. I'm willing to share a room.
If you got 4 keys, Haruto's already up in a room. It would just be me, you, and Leaf.
Forgetting Azarious.
I am forgetting Azarious.
Much
So
love.
invisible.
Yes. I could just share a room with Azarious. I hope he doesn't mind.
No, I don't mind at all.
Well, that's convenient.
He will head off to the temple and work at a temple for the time being.
Well, if that's the case, then we don't need to share another room. If he's going to spend the time there. Okay, so it works out in the end. I hand out the keys. Are we going to sit here and chat more? Are we going to bunker down for the night and see how we're
About
doing?
They
what
had
time is it?
cookies.
Yeah, that's true.
It's probably about 7:30.
Well, I don't know these guys' metabolisms. Maybe cookies enough. It's a dozen.
I mean, it's a dozen cookies.
Well, I do appreciate the small snack that Mr. Todd has generously given us, but I think I need a little bit more to substantiate for the evening.
That's perfectly understandable. Would you like me to buy your meal for you?
I can get that, Tide.
Yes, I appreciate the offer, but you've been so generous as it were.
It would probably be
okay.
okay for us to each get our own.
Tide gives a big ol' smile, but deep inside he's taking a bullet.
Alright, they offer meals from comfortable, modest to poor. So you guys can choose which ones you want to pay. They don't have wealthy or eccentric.
Is the dwarven woman still here?
Yes.
The night is yours. Do with it what you wish. And Quinn is going to turn to the dwarven woman and say, I'll give you 1 gold if you show me where I want to go.
Sure.
I'll just lead her out of the tavern.
Alright.
Well, Selise is gonna order a comfortable meal.
Alright, 5 silver.
I give Quinn a thumbs up as he leaves, assuming that it means in something else entirely.
I'll take a modest one.
Same here.
3 silver.
Noted.
Yep, same. The modest meal. I don't know what exactly that would entail, but
Modest meal is probably dwarven modest meal is probably a nice baked potato with some greens. A
Cool.
comfortable meal probably has a slab of beef or pork or chicken, some potatoes, and some mashed potatoes and some greens, some vegetables. So meat, potato, and vegetables is comfortable. Modest is baked potato and some vegetables.
I know this is a little far-reaching, but do they have any fashion of seafood here? Any?
No.
Ah, that's saddening. Okay, so to get some meat
if you
in
look
his
at the
diet,
map, they are
yeah,
way
Yeah.
away from water.
which is why I said it's far-reaching. But I could pray. But so what was the comfortable? Because boy needs some meat in his diet.
Comfortable is 5 silver.
I'll pay that.
There is a handout in the handout section that shows you everything.
All right.
It's just for Haruto, a drow fights in the Underdark. Dwarfs are in the Underdark, so Haruto's gonna get a lot of shit for the town.
Yeah.
Because it's kind
Yeah,
of
he's not
natural
happy.
enemy.
They will probably poison his meal. He's not holding it against him if they do. So he's just going to eat one of his rations.
Okay.
Eat my meal and drinking my drink that was gifted to me. Because gift giving is one of the best pastimes.
Alright, well, you guys...
Really quickly, did you make like a sugar daddy or something? Like, why is he so obsessed with giving people gifts?
He's just cheery. He's really friendly.
It's just a cheery sugar daddy. Don't question it.
It's his love language.
Oh no!
Alright, Quinn, do we need to go to another room, or are you okay with telling me where you want to go?
Oh, no. We're just going to What's-His-Face's house, so I know where it is. But also, let's see if I can talk to him now.
Alright, well, it is later at night.
Is it, like, super late? Like, are people going to bed?
It's about 7:30 when you left. So, I mean, people are just now getting off work from the mines and stuff. They're eating their dinner, and I mean, it's the end of the day. People will be heading to bed soon, yeah.
Soon, but not now. That's the key word.
Alright, she when you give the name, she looks at you a bit odd. Go ahead and give me an insight roll.
Okay.
Ah, yes, I know him. He's a demon.
She finds it quite sad that that's who you're going to be working for. She feels pity for you.
Oh. I'll lock that away in the old noggin.
She takes you to the upper tier, past the inn that's called the Raven's Nest, which is quite fancy. And there is a 4-story marble building, and she all the lights are off that you can see, and he's in there. May I ask what business you have with him?
We're clearing something out for him.
You're not clearing his minds out, are you?
Why?
Many have tried. Many have not come back out of that there mountain.
Are there rumors about it?
Well, there's plenty of rumors. I don't know what's true and what's not, but if I were you, I would just take the loss and leave. It's better to leave with your life than not.
Mm.
Totally up to
I was going to try and speak to him tonight, but...
That old fart? Good luck.
I'll come back to it tomorrow. Given me new information to consider. Thank you very much for your help.
No problem. So you're gonna take off your helmet and introduce yourself to me?
He's not going to take his helmet off at all. But, I'm terribly sorry. My name is Quinn.
Quinn.
Icepeak.
Quinn Icepeak. It's nice to meet you.
It's very nice to meet you as well, Miss.
You can just call me Miss.
Well, perhaps I'll see you around.
I knew a few Icepeaks. They came through here not too long ago.
What?
Yeah.
What did they look like?
Human?
Human for sure.
Yeah, you all look alike to me. And I'm guessing that's what you are, underneath all that metal.
Do you know what they were doing?
Wasn't none of my business. They caused a big ruckus. But they got kicked out of the city pretty well. I don't know what it was about, but this isn't Imand.
No, it isn't.
Ship up here. You break the law and you're a foreigner, you're gone. You're lucky to leave with your hands or your head, depending on the crime you take.
You have been very helpful.
No
And I'm gonna cast... Bless on her. I don't know.
Okay.
Just...
Casting Zone of Truth.
Alright,
yeah,
so,
Zone of Truth. No. I'll
while
just cast
Quinn is gone, a dwarf walks into the bar. Seems to be a pretty good wizard.
Oh.
So what are you ahhing about?
It's a pretty good wizard.
It's a pretty good wizard is all I said, and you guys said,
I know.
You
I
made all your shit disappear.
Listen,
I'm so confused. Is it a critical role thing?
No, it's
No.
not.
Oh, okay.
I am a master, okay? My superpower is jumping to conclusions. I'm doing it right now.
All right.
When you say a like a pretty good wizard, I'm just picturing the stereotypical Mickey Mouse stuff.
He's walking on in, smoking his pipe and stuff. Good evening, folks. Good evening. I'm here and I can cure anything that you have ills for. You got a sore throat, I can give you a nice elixir to fix it. If any of you guys need a wizard, y'all just let me know and I'll see what I can do for you. Just hit me on up. I'm very cheap. Takes another puff of his pipe. Goes up to the bar. Well, Mary, how you doing, darling? Why don't you get me the usual? I'm just gonna sit right here.
I think this calls for an insight check. May I?
You may.
Okay. Nope.
Seems to be telling the truth.
Tide's a little low on money. Although the guy says he's cheap. If he does look like a good wizard, it probably 27 something gold won't buy him shit, so
He does look
just
like
gives a
good
nod and
wizard.
turns around.
He's well dressed,
Yeah.
well mannered. Anybody else approach him or anything?
Well, I don't know why we would need a wizard. Maybe we should let Mr. Quinn know about this fine wizard.
Not about as good as an idea as any.
You guys eat your meals. He eats his. He turns around, walks over to you guys. Y'all look like the adventuring type. Hey, I know that, Cece. Those are Cunning Crawlers. Y'all up here for a mission, aren't you?
Well, that is the rumor.
Well, I don't see any... Well, ma'am, I don't see any sorcerers, arcane casters with you. If you would like to hire my service, I'll be more than willing to help you guys out. Not saying you guys aren't capable or nothing, but a wizard's good to have in a pinch.
Well, I do appreciate the offer, but I'm not in the authority to hire outside our guild. You'll have to talk to Mr. Quinn.
Yeah, our leader would be the one to ask about hiring anyone.
Well, it's about this time, Quinn, that you walk back into the bar.
Ah, there he is now.
Do I recognize this fucking piece of shit?
you would recognize him, but you would also know that it's probably not in your best interest to do anything.
Mr. Quinn, please come here just a moment. This kind sir, I do apologize. Never got your name.
He did give it to you, right?
I don't remember. We're gonna say he did?
Yeah.
Okay. Mr. Quinn!
Looking for his character sheet again.
Oh, you
That means it's
closed
not
it on me. Mr. Baxter here was just letting us know that his wizardry arcane abilities are for hire. So if we would need such abilities for our mission, he has been so inclined to offer his services.
Of course, I am a great and powerful wizard.
I smell bullshit all the way from my room.
Can I insight check him now that he's closer to us?
Yep.
Haruto just sleep talks bullshit.
He's not asleep yet, but
25.
He is telling the truth. He is a very powerful wizard.
he just has his head up his ass.
Seems about right.
He's just also a con artist.
Or he totally believes he's the most powerful wizard.
Quinn,
What's a powerful wizard to a non-believer?
Quinn is going to just walk up and have a seat at the table as calmly as humanly possible. And refer to the dwarf and say, "Oh, Mr. Baxter. I've heard of you. You have a reputation that precedes you. It's very nice to meet you."
Oh, yes, I have helped many a folk out around tal'dorei.
Yes, you have. Oh, I think I've met you before, but I'm not quite certain.
Well, perhaps you should take off that there helmet and perhaps we might be able to get things settled here. He snags a cookie off the table and eats it.
Oh, yes,
That
Deb.
bastard took our cookies.
Quinn is,
Oh no.
For the time you've known Tide, the only facial expression you've seen is curiosity, confusion, and a smile. And for just a split second, it turns sour before it goes back into the forced grin.
Yes.
He's just staring the dude down.
Todd, it's quite alright. It's alright. I have enough to share.
Oh,
It's all right. It's all right. Big smile.
Quinn. Well, I don't think I've ever heard of you. I've heard of the Cunning Crawlers, but never a Quinn. Let me think. Would you let me see your face? Or are you hiding something?
oh, no, of course. Quinn is definitely going to take his helmet off now. So,
No, I can't say that you look familiar at all.
and just to let everyone else know, he has a mohawk now.
Yo!
And
Baller.
a scar going from the right side, like the right cheek, up across his nose and through his left eye.
Oh, so he's edgy now.
But the eye seems fine. Yeah,
Okay.
I'm so edgy. I'm so edgy.
You falling off your own cliff, you have that edge.
Yep. Oh, well, I don't have, of course, as an illustrious a reputation as you, Mr. Baxter. I would be honored to have you come with us, but I'm not quite sure if I'd have that much coin.
Well, it is 100 gold right up front, and another 200 gold after the mission is complete, of course. Very cheap for a wizard to tag along.
You are absolutely right. Oh, I seem to be a bit short of 100 gold.
Oh, well, that's so much shame.
You
How
know
close
what?
are you?
I'm not very close. We taking this job because we are low on funds.
Oh, and Leaf pops out because he doesn't realize what's happening here. Oh, I have some that I could help you with.
Yeah, I mean, if it's all
Leaf.
about helping the mission, I'm certain we would all be very willing to pitch in.
Oh, I couldn't ask all of you to pitch in. We'd all be just so devastatingly broke.
Should I roll insight to see if I can understand that he's
I am.
stressing the...
Can I roll medicine to see if Quinn's ill?
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Oh, but I have like a few hundred gold right here.
Well, there you go. He moves
Yeah,
over, puts his arm
Quinn's
around
obviously
you.
ill.
There you go. See? I knew the Cunning Crawlers were smart. Why don't you just go ahead and give me that 100 gold and tell me where to meet you tomorrow?
Hello?
Hello?
Yeah, you dropped off. I'm not sure. Did my roll? I
Not cut out for me too.
Privately. Did my roll pass or?
Yes. You
So I can
understand
tell that
Quinn-
Quinn is under stress and he's not really wanting to hire this guy.
Yeah, but he slides his arm around Leafy. There you go. See, I knew you guys were good for stuff. Why don't you go ahead and give me that there 100 gold and tell me where to meet you tomorrow for the mission?
Tide is looking at Leaf with a don't you dare look.
Hold on just a moment, Mr.
Leaf
Leaf.
rolled a 4. He believes him.
Hold on just a moment, Mr. Leaf. I think we should follow suit, Mr. Quinn. He is in fact a leader. And if he says we don't quite meet the requirements, I think it's best if we thank Mr. Baxter for the offer and maybe next time.
But your companion here, Leafy, just said he'd pay for my services. That way Quinn and the rest of you don't have to worry about it.
Mr. Leaf, I do apologize, Mr. Leaf. He's a bit on the outskirts of civilized. No offense, Mr. Leaf, but I think he may not understand the true value of such coinage, and I would hate for him to be at odds with our fair leader.
Now that I understand that they're lying, I'm like, oh, I miscounted, and I count on my hands. So like, oh, I've got 10.
Looks at
I have 10.
Looks at the dwarf. Yeah, there's a big difference between accepting a gift and how you say mooching.
All right. Well, I offered my services to you.
We greatly appreciate that.
I wasn't able to tell anything else about him except for that he is a wizard with my insight check before.
And he believes he is a wizard, a powerful wizard.
Okay.
Ty did bad on the inside. It's the cookie that was the last straw.
Beautiful. I love all of you.
If you guys want my services, you could have it, but I guess...
Mr. Braxton, I really do want your services, so how about, can I make you a deal?
I am all ears.
We are supposed to get a very large payout of about 6,000 gold.
From who? From what? What mission do you have?
If you stay the night, I'll let you know.
Oh, I'm saying I'll be in the city. I'm just not.
I will. If you meet us tomorrow morning around 10 here, well, will that be enough time to get from here to what's his face's by 11? By the way.
Yeah.
Okay. If you meet us around 10 here, not only will I tell you everything I know about what we're doing and where we're going, but I will give you 1/5 of our reward.
Interesting.
Because I have heard of your reputation. You are known far and wide, and I would be so interested to have you come with us. Your services would be invaluable.
All right. Tomorrow here at 10. Very well.
And see, that is why he's our fair leader.
He grabs a hold of his pipe. I'll see you tomorrow at 10. Takes a big deep breath, blows out, and vanishes.
There better be a cookie where he vanished.
There's no cookie.
God damn it. That Ty doesn't say anything, but just keeps near that and nods.
Well, that's definitely an example of his magical capabilities, I hope.
That he can run away easily.
Yeah, that is interesting.
Quinn, was there a reason why you were so hesitant about him?
How about we have a round of drinks on me and wait a couple of minutes, and I'll tell you. Quinn is super suspicious right now. Okay? You don't just blow magic and disappear, alright?
Yeah, just because someone poofed don't mean they gone.
Alright. So you wait a little bit and then...
Like an hour.
Alright, nothing happened.
3 minutes.
An hour? You've waited an hour? Alright, so it's going to be 4 copper for everybody
Around?
for a mug of beer.
Oh, no.
So it's 4 copper per person.
So, minus... So there's 6 of us.
No, Haruto's upstairs.
Yeah, I'm... So there's 6 of us.
Oh no,
Azarious is at the temple.
Temple. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, I just want to make sure.
Yeah.
There's 5 of us.
So it's 2 silver... No, it's 2 silver, 4 copper. I can't math either, apparently.
It's perfectly fine. None of us can math. We're all
Welcome.
idiots on Maine.
Okay, there.
That's why they invented calculators.
I'm no good with an abacus. So, about 2 years ago, just before I joined the Cunning Crawlers, that little fucking shit stole everything on my person except for my armor.
Oh!
Well, that's
In addition to trying to swindle children out of money.
children.
Their mother had been turned to stone by a creature that its claws will turn you to stone for about a day or so, and said that he could reverse the process and just spread oatmeal on her stone corpse.
Oh, no.
Wow, so he is a con artist? Is that what you're getting at?
Yes.
So what's your plan for bringing him with us tomorrow?
Oh, he's gonna die.
Oh.
I like this. I'm not even here and I like this.
Ty moves the hair that hangs down out of his eyes to use actually both for once. It looks at Quinn and goes, I think I misheard you.
What?
Well,
Did
I've...
they die?
Listen, I won't kill him. Obviously, I'm not that kind of person. But I've heard rumors. There's been a lot of people that have gone into this mine that we're going to clear out and haven't returned. And it sounds like it's a very difficult undertaking. The woman that was showing me around earlier, she looked very sad. That's why I'd asked her to take me. So, I think if we take him with us, we don't necessarily have to help him if he gets in trouble.
And you're hoping that with the guarantee of the payout, he'll actually assist us with our mission.
Correct.
I see. You're very smart, Mr. Quinn.
This is diabolical. I love it so much.
This is why I'm not good. This is why I'm neutral.
Perfect.
You know, typically while I do like to help people in any department I can, he struck a nerve. So I'm not exactly happy. So I am going to puts his hair back over, like lets his hair fall down back over his eye. Turn a blind eye.
Oh no. Is that a visual pun?
Was
I
it?
think so.
So, are we going to rest on this?
He doesn't have to die, but I'm certainly not giving him 1/5 of our reward. That's ridiculous.
Well, he obviously thinks very highly of himself to think that you would, so...
I guess we'll cross that bridge when we come to it.
We'll see how much use we can get out of him, and then if he manages to survive.
But I would hate to go up to a great and powerful wizard.
Great and powerful he might not be, but he is still a wizard.
Well, you're in charge, Mr. Quinn, and I will follow your guidance till the end of time. At least to the end of time I'm a part of the Cunning Crawlers, that's for sure.
Seem like you've got good head on your shoulders, so I don't see any harm in it.
I have a piece of advice for all of you.
Hmm.
If you don't agree with what I'm saying, never blindly follow my authority.
Well, that is great advice, Mr. Quinn.
Alright, it is getting late. People head to bed, I take it?
I would like to talk about the killing hushedly. Like, quiet.
Okay.
Like, not just saying, yeah, I'm gonna kill him! Out in a huge inn with a bunch of people.
Right.
Don't make Haruto's mistake.
Gonna murder him!
Alright.
Hey, everybody's
Well,
dying.
on that note, it is getting fairly late, and I do need my beauty sleep.
Before Leaf goes to bed, I'd like to see if I could maybe get like a little bit of stationery from the tavern if they have any, just like a piece of paper, something to write with real quick.
Sure. I'll say they can give it to you for a silver.
For silver, okay. And then I'm just going to, on this piece of paper, just write, "I'm sorry," a cat face with a tear running down its cheek, and draw a leaf next to that, and then I'm going to slide that under Haruto's door.
Oh!
Okay.
Oh,
I thought Quinn drove off another character
oh
already.
no. Alright, Haruto will take it, get it back and say, "It's fine. I will be very..." he'll write on it first and he'll say, "It's fine. Just know I'm going to be very grumpy. There's an 80% chance it won't be at you." And then a little angry drow face. And I'll slide it back underneath my door. Oh, and I'm also going to scribble in the little symbol that I've made for my patron. The little... I'll draw it eventually, but... And I'm alright. You're in good hands, don't worry. I'll make sure to tell my patron that you don't really piss me off, only just a little. And then I'll slide it back.
Don't know what to make of that.
Alright.
Hold on, let me actually draw that real fast so you guys can see what it looks like.
Alright, Celine.
Oh, L.
Yes.
So we do not have access to the mine yet.
No, you don't even know where it is. And you definitely don't have access to the mithril mine.
Okay, gotcha.
Alright,
I had an
Celine.
idea that crushed it.
Right.
As you sleep, no voices into your head. But as Quinn sleeps, Voices echo in his nightmares.
Quinn! It's so dark in here. Where'd everybody go? I feel like I got crushed or something. I can't breathe. Quinn! Quinn! Help me!
Oh boy. Wait, what was that squeak at the end?
That was me!
Morning arises. You guys will buy a breakfast if you want. Head on down. The dwarf is there, smoking his pipe. He is on time.
So I'm gonna step down. And now I'm finally with the party. I'm gonna look to Quinn. I'm gonna quietly say, like, only to him, and make sure I'm quiet enough that only he can hear it. Who's this chuckle fuck?
He's a very esteemed mage that is going to be coming with us for some of our reward.
I really should teach you thieves' can, because I believe you have something planned, don't you?
He might not, super quietly. I really want to stress that. Super quietly. Like, Quinn will pull Haruto back off the stairs.
That's perfectly fine, I'll follow.
He won't necessarily come out of the cave, the mine that we're going into.
No, that's
but not by us and not on purpose.
So no fun stuff.
Not on purpose.
No. You see, you know why I ask fun stuff. And Quinn, out of character, Quinn would know that Haruto means taking a piece, possible sacrifice.
Not on purpose.
Not on purpose. Alright, so we just have to make sure that it looks like an accident. Perfect. Can do. Thank you, by the way, for, I'm gonna waggle the pendant a little bit. Thank you for understanding. Like, I just want to make sure that I can get in good graces and all that stuff. So, you know.
Your sacrifice has to be done with a ritual.
No, yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Or at least ritual before going in. I know the logistics.
Okay.
But I'm gonna, tell Quinn, thank you, for, letting me be your right-hand man. Just doing my thing. I do believe that something good's coming out of this soon. You know what I mean? We're good. And I'm gonna quickly, hold on, wait. I'm gonna quickly draw, hold on, can I see your forearm for a second?
What?
Can I see your forearm for a second?
Oh.
I need you.
Yeah, Quinn sticks at his arm. I heard forum.
Yeah.
So did I.
Forearm.
Sorry, can I see your forearm for a second? And he's going to draw the symbol of his patron on his forearm and a little smiley face. There you go. You're blessed.
Quinn, you can roll me a religion check.
Oh, God.
Oh boy.
Not gonna go good.
Yeah, you've never seen this before.
Haruto made it up. It's his own thing.
No, your patron does have a symbol.
Oh, he does. Oh, okay.
So religious types can know what it is. All right.
I'll make sure to rub that off after Haruto goes.
Everybody
No!
makes it downstairs. Are you buying food and heading out?
Yeah, that's probably a good idea.
Yeah, let's go to the mine and make some friends.
Does Azarious
Can someone-
join with us?
Yeah, hopefully.
Nope. He's nowhere
He
to be
doesn't?
found.
Okay.
Damn it.
Really quickly, can someone buy food for me? I'll give you the money, but they're gonna charge me extra.
Of course.
Thanks.
All right. So just take it off your character sheets, guys.
Alright.
you guys get together. Unless you're going to do anything, I'm going to jump to the meeting.
Nope, I got nothing to do. I'm just doing some stuff real fast.
All right. You guys head on to the meeting. You wait in the... there's this elderly woman. She goes, thank you for coming. Come on in. Come on in. You guys make your way in. And it's a nice place. Sorry, I'm looking for the sheet here. There he is. Then you guys are taken upstairs. The lady will ask if just one of you would like to go, or if everybody is going to go, because there is quite a few of you.
It'll just be me. I'll be going up to see Mr. What's-his-face.
Do you say Mr. What's-his-face?
No, I had to open Discord. I'll be going up to see Mr. Strongchin.
Alright. Excuse me. As you head up, you are led to an office. In this office, you see an elderly dwarf. He is tatted up, very old, and in a wheelchair.
Oh, wow. He is very old.
You're from the Cunning Crawlers. He points at you with a crooked finger, very thin and skinny. You come to clear my mind. Yes? Yes?
Yes.
Yes. Yes. I have the reward all set aside for you. 6,000 gold. Yes. To clear my mind of all monsters, all foreign entities. Yes? Yes, this is the deal?
First of all, Mr. Strongchin, in the request I was sent, it was 8,000 gold for a reward.
Oh, I'm sorry. I wrote... That's what you offered. What's name? My bad. Yes, 8,000. He would not have made the mistake. Sorry.
Okay, alright. Just before we go off to clear the mine, I was wondering if I could talk to you about the reward.
What about it? I have it. He moves his wheelchair back a little bit, opens his thing, and pulls out a giant bag of gold.
I'm surprised he can lift that much money at once. I'm glad to see that you have it there, but I was wondering if instead of 8,000 gold, we might be able to get a diamond worth 10,000 instead.
You want one of my diamonds?
Yes, but it needs to be a 10,000 gold piece diamond.
Why do you need such a valuable piece of mineral?
I have been leading my guild, the Cunning Crawlers, in place of our true leader for the last 2 years since he's perished. He made everyone sign a contract, and I'm interested in having him reward everyone with what he promised us. But I need a 10,000 gold piece diamond for this, because I unfortunately don't have a body.
Yes. Resurrection. I've heard of this. It's not looked favorably upon nowadays, now is it?
No.
My time is coming soon. I can feel it in me bones. But 10,000 is a lot.
It is, and I understand that I'm asking for more than you offered. but this is...
Many have tried to clear my mind and have been not successful. You sure you're up for the task and not going in there to die?
I can't afford to die. There are too many things that I need to do. If we think we're going to perish, we will leave and come back to this again when we're rested and ready.
No. I think I can do this for you.
Thank you.
But, however, you will have to go see Lena, the Voiceless. She will give you a companion to go with you. Yes. They're interested in the mine as well. Yes. Yes. He writes something down in Dwarven on a piece of paper and hands it to you. Go to this address. Tell them you are the one that I have hired.
Okay. Thank you.
He holds
I
out
really
his
appreciate this.
tight-skinned, bony hand for a handshake.
I shake it.
Alright, he grabbed you by the forearm. Alright, deal has been struck. Very well. You can have anything that the other adventurers have lost, but nothing more.
I
will
understand.
have the diamond there for you. If any of you or any of your companions try to steal from me, the deal is null and void. Is this understandable?
I understand. I and any of my companions in the Cunning Crawlers and the person that Lena the Voiceless will get to go with us. If any of them steal, I will make sure that they pay the price for it.
Very well, very well. Alright. I will let my men know that you are coming, and they will be there to let you in. But to keep the creatures in, they force us to lock the door.
I understand.
You will need a passcode. Tell the guards your passcode to get out.
Understood.
Or else the doors will stay locked for a while. And the doors will only be open when the guards are present.
Quinn is like, has nothing to write on and is like, oh my god, this is so many notes.
Thank you. He drinks something dark out of his little cup and just waits for you to leave.
Quinn takes the note, is just kind of repeating everything in his head as he leaves so he doesn't forget.
Alright.
Because I'm forgetting.
Oof. Oh boy.
You
Here
head
we go.
downstairs and you see the others.
So how'd it go?
It went swimmingly, actually.
Hmm.
So are we headed straight to the mine then?
No, just for my own curiosity, do any of you speak or read Dwarvish?
Nope. Regrettably.
No, sorry, I do not.
It was not a language I picked up, I'm sorry.
And me either.
Wait, I mean...
I'm sure our wizard companion does, though.
Of course, I am a dwarf.
Oh boy.
I just wanted to get to know a little bit more about my fellow guildmates. Could you kindly tell me the address on this slip of paper, Braxton?
He takes the slip of paper, looks at it. You guys can give me an insight, if you wish.
Oh, heck yeah. Heck yeah, I do.
Yay! Great.
Selise is going to notably keep an eye on Baxter, considering what Quinn has told her the night before.
Well, good thing for Leaf and Selise.
Alright, he's very difficult to read, but it looks like Tide, Leaf, and Celine all get info. He recognizes the address. I do know where this is. Unfortunately, I'm going to have to bow out of the mission today. It's just down the road, about 9 blocks, and to your right.
Is he lying?
A very nice place. He hands the piece of paper back to you and turns to leave. He is not lying.
He's not? Okay.
Well, that's quite interesting. You were so inclined to help us before. What's changed your mind?
Nothing. That's a lie.
Really?
He.
Why'd your voice crack?
He leaves the door.
Does he seem afraid?
He does seem a bit afraid.
What you scared of?
You don't know this, Haruto.
Sorry, never mind.
It's okay. It's okay, Baxter. Sometimes cowardice happens to people.
Yes, it does. Goodbye.
Oh.
And he casts the invisible spell and runs down the street somewhere.
Wow.
You just hear...
Yep.
For someone who was
Dickweed.
so sure of himself, he was quite afraid.
And
Glad he
that...
left.
Dickweed.
Should we be worried?
Oh, to be fair, maybe. I don't actually know. I'm not from here, but this is why I didn't let you give him any money.
Cheapskate and a dickweed.
Going now?
Yes.
Yeah, let's
I
go.
will tell you, now that I don't have to care about piss face over there, I have been told we are allowed to have any equipment from any of the dead adventurers that have gone before us.
Bless their souls.
If we steal anything other than that, we get no reward and we will be punished.
Oof. And severely, considering we're foreigners.
However, I've managed to talk up the reward, and it's now worth 10,000 gold.
How did you manage that?
Because he's old, and there's a lot of dead adventurers in his mine. When work can't be done,
Fantastic.
people get desperate.
Fantastic.
The only other piece is the doors to the mine need to be closed to keep the creatures in, is what I've been told. So we need a passcode. And even if we give the passcode, if there are no guards there, we can't leave.
Great. Fantastic.
I would like everyone to be as cautious and as on guard as you can. We can't afford to lose anyone in there. And if we have to, we will turn back and come back after we've rested.
Sounds fair. You're the boss, Chief. I follow you.
Sounds like a plan.
Very well, let's get started.
Yes.
Let's go see.
I love
Let's
how
go
she's
see this.
not
Excited
telling
for
them that
this.
they ain't getting paid.
Listen, I told them it's worth 10,000 gold. We're getting it.
But they're not getting a share of it. All right.
Technically, none of us are getting a share of it.
Yeah, if none of us are getting a share, and I know damn well what he's using that diamond for.
No,
Like-
because I didn't tell you what it was.
Yeah, you just know
I'm
it's
sorry.
10,000
I meant
gold.
out of character. I meant
I
out
don't
of
even
character.
know.
All right.
I'm sorry. I meant out of character. But if he says anything, or I see that diamond, I'm like, yeah, no.
OC, I sip my tea as if it's none of my business.
Alright.
You guys.
Sorry, I
went
didn't
a
mean to
nice
sound like I
house,
was metagaming.
And it is a nice house. The house seems a bit menacing, and I need everybody to make a wisdom saving throw.
Ooh.
Okay.
Okay,
Is it
everybody.
a spell?
Could be.
The Dragon House.
I would just like to let you know. Everybody within 10 feet of me gets +3 to their saving throws. And that's what that little
Ooh.
aura is for.
So 18?
$17.
Oh, 13.
18?
I like how your mind instantly goes to dragons. I should use that.
Oh
Dragon
boy.
House. A mimic dragon Tarrasque house.
Oh, shut up. Don't start that.
All right.
Mimic
Anybody
dragon
below a
v-
16
vampire lich.
cannot approach the house.
What are you two doing standing around? Come on. We've got things to do.
My, are you gonna join us?
I get a really bad feeling about this house.
It looks like the only two that passed were Quinn and Leaf. Everybody else can't go towards the house.
Oh, we got
We all got a
+3s.
+3.
Everybody
Oh,
got
okay.
+3.
+3. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, so the only ones who failed, actually, the only one who failed then was Mai.
Okay.
Hey, come on. No time for chickening out right
What kind of bad feeling?
She is under a fear spell.
I mean, do I know that?
You don't
Can
know
Quinn
that.
tell
No.
that?
No. She's just terrified. She can't go any closer. She physically can't go any closer. She's terrified.
If it makes you feel any better, I could stay back with you and you all can go in. Just so we don't leave somebody alone
so-
out here.
Is this where the mine is?
No,
That's the
this
house.
is just a house.
Okay.
Hmm.
Maybe I'll keep watch out here for you guys. You guys can go in.
Okay. Well, you know, good luck.
Would you mind if I stayed with you? I don't want to leave anybody alone.
I'd appreciate that. Thank you, Tide.
Gives a smile and stays with her.
Hopefully we should be out of here pretty quick.
Well,
Such a gentleman, Mr. Todd is. Very well.
Yeah, he's alright.
Is this where we are headed?
as far as I know, we're here to see Lena the Voiceless for a companion.
Lena the Voiceless.
I don't get what
Well,
she's
that
afraid
doesn't-
of. It's just a
That-
house.
Sounds
No, you guys
daunting.
felt a little fear moving towards the house, but you were able to overcome it. It doesn't seem like she was able to. You guys were you felt
It
the fear,
does
the
give
feeling
a-
of fear.
It does give a frightful aura about it, but we must press on.
Stay
Only
close to
reason-
me, then.
Right on. Let me know if you need me to scout ahead.
All right, you tap on the chamber door, as if somebody was gently rapping at the door, and
Love it.
It's Halloween 2nd, so
Woo!
a tall 6'3" 3 elf opens the door with solid white hair and piercing eyes.
Riffraff! Riffraff from Rocky Horror!
I do
He is
declare.
very muscular, very well built.
Hey!
It's
Haruto is delighted. He's just like, finally. He's gonna say in Elvish, you do not know how good it is in you.
So just to be clear, the entire party wants to fuck him, right?
Yeah, that's fair.
Tide kind of like, I'm assuming we can see them huddled up at the doorway.
Yeah, there's no way we can see past Quinn.
Yeah, it's just Tide leans over and goes, I wonder what's this so into.
You guys must be pretty strong. How may I help you? What brings you to the house of the lady?
My name is Quinn. We are here on behalf of the Cunning Crawlers. We've been sent by a Mr. I forget his name again. Holy crap. I'm not good at this.
Strongchin?
Thank you. Mr. Strongchin. To speak with Lena.
About the mine?
Yep,
Yeah.
that's it.
About the mine.
Very well. Is this all of you?
No, we have 2 out front.
They could not approach.
One of them couldn't. The other was fine, but he wanted to stay behind.
Not a good sign. He
Yeah, that's fair.
takes his
But is it
finger
good?
and rubs an emblem off the doorway. And you are no longer feared. Dwarfs, they don't like us elves, so we have to do what we need to keep them away. Come on in.
That's completely fair. But
Thank you.
oh, are you a sight? I'm speaking in Elvish. That's completely fair. But oh, are you a sight for sore eyes, my friend? I'll take it. I'll take a fellow elf over a dwarf any day.
I'm not quite sure I would take a drow over a dwarf, though. Come on in.
That's fine. I don't give a shit.
Thank you, kind sir.
Does,
Thank you for being open with it.
does Tide and Mia come on in?
Come on.
Tide, I don't think I'm scared of this house anymore. Do you want to go inside? I think you can go in now.
Why's the sudden change?
I can't tell you. This house just, it seems fine now.
Alright, ladies first.
Okay, so yeah, we'll head in there.
Alright, the elf waves you on in. You may come in now.
I'll kind of slightly bow to him as we walk in.
Alright. He
I give a smile and a nod.
he raises an eyebrow. Which one of you were not able to come in?
Still looking down. That was me.
I would expect
If you'd
nothing
like, I'll
less
stay
of a
outside.
Half soul. Come on in.
Okay, I'll go in.
I give her a pat on the back to comfort her from what he just said.
Why is everyone here racist?
You gotta.
Red Craghammer!
Out of character, elves see half elves as half souls because their god, they were created for specifically by their god. They are each given a soul, and the soul is relived. So that's why when you're a younger elf, you experience different things than an older elf. So when an elf and a human or an elf and something else have sex and give born to a half elf, they are considered only to have half a soul. So it's just a demeaning name that they give them.
Tide still gives her the pat on the back.
I'm just gonna keep. I'm not gonna make eye contact with him.
All right. You guys walk in, and there is wood in the house. It's the interior is the outside is stone, but it looks like they did the interior beams and stuff is woodwork, and looks very homely. And you guys, he brings you into the room and tells you guys, please have a seat. I will go grab them, Adam.
Certainly. If you don't mind
Fantastic.
answering a question, Who did the fabulous work on on the tables and everything else in here?
A druid friend of ours.
Very nice.
Yes.
I love good craftsmanship on this kind of thing. Just admiring the table.
All right.
Yes.
He leaves for about 5 minutes and then returns with some cups of tea and sets it down on the table. And about 2 minutes after that, a female elf comes down.
Oh, happy day.
Also very gorgeous, with reddish dark hair. The thing that catches you right off is on her neck is a very weird looking gash in her neck. It looks like it's a wound that isn't fully healed and it's a deep gash with green veins coming from it, and it looks like there is a magical tattoo around the side of it that's keeping what you would assume is poison or a spell from taking her completely out.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, darling, that I do apologize, but that just looks ghastly. Are you all right, my dear?
She moves her hands in several different motions, and the other elf, the male elf, goes, "She is just fine. She tells not to worry about it, and how may she help you, Quinn?"
I was sent by Mr. Strongchin to get a companion from you, I believe, to accompany us into the mines. I believe he mentioned that they were interested in the ongoings.
She signs for a little bit, and then he speaks. "Yes, we will be buying the mine after it has been cleared. My companion here will go with you. It is the first time he has allowed us to send our own into the mine, so he must be getting desperate. His funds must be running quite low. Or he has quite the gathering of Avengers here to take out the mine. Do you believe you are capable of it?"
Sure shit.
We don't have the luxury of being incapable.
She signs, and he speaks. "Is there a time when you would like to head out? Earlier is better, of course. The sooner, the better."
Quinn will gesture to the group and just say, "Is everyone ready?"
Ready as ever, be chief.
I suppose.
I believe that's why we're here.
Mai doesn't say anything, but she nods.
She signs a little bit. He nods. "Very well, we will head out momentarily."
Fantastic.
He turns and helps her away and leaves the room.
Oh,
What do you
wait.
want to do? He stops.
Before she leaves the room,
He stops. He's with her. He stops. They stop, look at you.
Quinn would like to just ask, I hope this isn't too forward, Miss Lena, but would you mind if I took a look at that? And I'm going to gesture to the throat.
She signs a little bit. "I do mind. I'm sorry. Many clerics have tried. It is contained at the moment. But I appreciate the offer. Thank you."
I do mind. Me. It's out of character.
He helps her up. And now you guys have an idea why they call her the Voiceless. And perhaps it's not a endearing name.
Because she doesn't let
Of course it isn't.
every cotton picking person off the street look at her wound. That's why. God.
And it's because she's an elf, isn't it?
Is there anything you guys want to talk amongst yourselves?
Nope, I'm just gonna need, as we're getting ready, might need a little time to do some blessings, some rituals before we go in.
Alright. About
I just realized I might need about a half hour.
About 12 minutes later, the elf that was doing the speaking, the male elf who opened the door, comes down in full plate armor.
Oh,
Swords.
damn.
It seems I will be going
Hi.
with you. Shall we
Hi.
go on our way?
Yeah, we
Just
shall.
starts My
I
character.
believe it's only proper to know a companion's name.
You would ask me that after I closed the sheet. Every time.
Yeah, we would.
I don't need this anymore.
You would think that, hey, as the DM, you would just keep the character sheets open.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's Val something.
Vamir.
Vamir or something. Vamir.
Something
Vamir
weird.
the strong.
I know some of you guys have seen my NPC list here, so it's going to take me
Beautiful.
to find it again.
Yeah, it's Vamir the Strong.
Yeah, Vamir.
Well,
Close to the bottom.
Yep, I got it.
I'll introduce myself first. My name is Selise. It's very nice to meet you, and I'm very intrigued to be working side by side with you.
Thank you. It is very nice to be working with you. It is time that we put this mine behind us and move on to the next step. So, you guys said you were ready. Shall we go?
Yes.
I'd like to hold out a hand to him, give a big smile, look straight up at him. How tall is he?
6'3", I think I said, right?
Okay, so he's slightly taller than me. So I look and make eye contact and hold out a hand and go, the name's Tide. Pleasure to meet you.
Valmir, the Strong.
Nod my head, give him a smile, and proceed.
It is nice to meet you guys as well.
Does he look like he wants to know my name?
He looks like he's ready to go.
That's fair. Let's just go.
There. Let's go.
We'll introduce ourselves on the way as I'm, doing shit with my pendant.
You guys can roll an insight if you want to know a little more.
Sure.
Why not?
Nope, he's perfectly innocent of everything.
Where is it?
Oh, Tide.
He
Let's
is perfectly innocent.
I went in on this too. Mostly, I want to know: is he DTF?
Oh my god.
That's what I want to know.
He's in plate, man.
That's sexy.
Eventually, I mean, not right
got
now.
an ass plate.
As the other person in plate, I'm gonna need you to back up.
All right. What you guys? I think Leaf's the only one that can't pick anything up. And Tide.
I'm tired.
I was about to say, me too.
Everybody else can pick up that he is intent on leaving as soon as possible. Perhaps to get back to his female companion or to get the job done. He's just anxious to leave. Those who wrote a 20 and a 19 have the slightest hint of bloodlust behind his eyes.
Oh, I love him. Haruto is trying to hide it, but he is heart eyes, motherfucker.
All right.
Your heart should not be where your eyes are. Can I roll medicine?
Mr. Vamir, I see that you are out to fight alongside us. I am very intrigued, like I said before, to work with you. And hopefully we get out of this alive.
Oh. They have allowed me into the mind. We shall make it out alive.
Well, very well. I'm glad you're part of the team.
As the last of you leave, he inscribes a rune on the door frame, and then you guys head out to the mine. It is quite a journey, and oddly enough, it is back to the lower city and around the mountain. It takes you about maybe roughly an hour and a half to get there. The mine is guarded by 15 guards, and there is a rune inscribed on it that seems to keep it locked.
Wait, so did we get our passcode?
You haven't gotten anything yet. You just now got to the mine.
Okay. Oh, we get it at the mine. I thought we were supposed to get it somewhere else. Sorry, continue. Sorry.
The door is sealed by a glyph that seems to lock it magically. So perhaps it's strong enough to withstand a lock spell, perhaps not. And the 15 guards are well armored, and they seem to be city guards, not private guards. As if this was like a city issue, not a one-person issue. This dwarven wizard comes up to you. He is not as old as Strongjaw, but he is pretty old. Who's Quinn? Quinn, could you please step forward, please?
Well, the real Slim Shady, please stand up.
Quinn will step forward.
Do you have your helmet on or off?
On all the time, forever.
Remove that helmet. Let me get a good look at you.
Okay, it gets removed.
All right.
Yes.
You're the leader. All right. Come here. Come here. Come here. Bend your ass down here to me. Come here.
Okay. All right.
As you do, he moves his lips very close to your ears. The 4 guards that are with him push back your companions about 15 to 30 feet. Anybody resisting?
What? Yeah.
Sorry, I wasn't paying attention.
They tell you to move back.
Oh, okay. They tell you. All right. Yeah, I'll move back.
And they push you back about 15,
Rumbling.
20 feet. And he whispers
Could've
very
just
softly
asked.
into your ear, Quinn. You can't share the passcode with anybody,
All right.
in case there are mind readers. Tell me your passcode. Well, you gotta speak up a little louder because I can't hear you. What is your passcode?
Contract.
Contract. Alright. That is only for you to know and you alone.
Understood.
Alright.
So if Quinn dies, we're stuck down there.
At
Yep.
Sweet. Okay.
At 3, 9, and 1, we will open the doors. Only at those times.
Is that both in the morning and the evening?
No. It is only in the evenings.
Okay.
So 9 in the morning, 1 in the morning, and 3 or 1 in the morning, or 9 in the morning, 1 in the afternoon, and 3 in the afternoon. Those are the only times that the doors will be opened. I hope you
Who
can
keeps
tell that
riding
I'm in
their
the
bike
dark.
nearby?
I have no idea who's ringing the bell. All right.
Oh, I'm sorry.
So
Beautiful.
he goes
Having
over.
Facebook open is not fixing that.
All right. He does something to the door. The ruin fades. Shh. All the guards pull out their crossbows, point them. The 4 guards that push you guys back whip out their spears. The doors slide open. Shh.
I have a question to ask the old guy before we get in there.
They're telling you to get in there now, so you can ask it as you walk by.
Approximately how long from end to end is the longest point of this mine?
I don't know. Never been in there. Don't want to go in
Shorter's in a mile?
Great.
there. It's a big mine.
Okay,
Good luck.
gotcha.
I get out
Come on,
my
Tide,
big
we'll
maul
figure it
and
out when we get
preparedness.
there.
As he cast a short spell that goes into the mine, it illuminates just a little bit for you guys. And then the doors shut behind you. And it is completely dark.
Perfect!
Not really.
Yay! Haruto claps his hands like, finally.
So are we supposed to be able to see?
Home sweet home.
Yeah, you guys should be able to.
I can't.
I can.
Oh,
I
I
cannot.
can.
There it is.
You cannot.
I cannot.
Um.
I'm gonna turn off push to talk now.
Oh, that's
but
because you don't have a token.
I do.
not on the screen.
Yeah, I don't think it was done
Yeah.
when I did the
Not on
map.
the map.
Okay.
Oh, well.
Put Azarious on there, but not.
Ah,
I've been replaced in the snap of a finger.
Hey.
You okay?
Yeah. Where did Selise
did
go?
it ding us? Because all of a sudden the map. I don't know because I don't know where we went.
You.
There I am.
Did you
I'm
take
in a
off
random
somewhere?
spot. It moved. I don't.
You shouldn't have been able to move your character.
No, my my whole screen went black, and I realized that my character itself moved.
Well, since I
don't know where I'm
don't
supposed
know,
to be.
since I don't know where to start, and I don't want to put myself in the middle of the
I've
map.
already got you.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, where Azarious was.
Now, could you ping where you moved your token?
I did. So just to be clear, I did not move my token.
It's over somewhere over here.
I got it.
Uh,
All right.
There
So-
we go.
I want to do something right when we enter.
Right when you enter.
Right when we enter, when the doors close.
I think I might have messed up here. No. Okay. Movement is restricted.
Just letting you know, I can see this.
Yeah, so can I.
Yeah, I don't think we're supposed to see that.
Sure we are. It's supposed to show us how awful this place is.
Yeah.
All
Yeah,
right.
the wall has a mimic painted on it.
Abandon all hope, ye who enter here.
So Tide would like to do something.
The rocks are monsters.
Yeah, you
Rock
guys should be
monster.
able to, oh, it's probably this light.
Rock lobster.
Or wrong layer, maybe.
Yeah. But that's the only thing that I can see. I see
But-
beetles up over here.
Yeah, I'd like to do something right when I enter.
Oh, I know what it is. I know exactly what it is. My bad.
Now we know.
Guess who forgot to add a dramatic lighting wall there?
You bitch.
Yeah, I
Ah,
thought it might have been that.
So, can I do my thing?
Yep.
Okay, so right as the doors close behind, Tide kind of looks at everyone and goes, "Okay, so I don't know how long this mine is, but I'm hoping it's shorter than a mile long in all directions." And he kind of falls to his knees with them spread out like a V, and looks like he's meditating for a moment. And I'm gonna expend a spell slot for Primeval Awareness.
Primeval awareness? What's that do?
what the hell are you doing?
So, you can whisper to me the results I get. Beginning at 3rd level, you can use your action and expend one ranger spell slot to focus your awareness on the region around you. For 1 minute per level of the spell slot you expend, you can sense whether the following types of creatures are present within 1 mile of you or within up to 6 miles if you're in your favorite terrain, which I am not. Aberrations, celestials, dragons, elementals, fae, fiends, and undead. It doesn't reveal the number or location. So you can whisper to me what it is.
Wait. It reveals all this, not just one at a time?
No, it tells me if they are within a mile.
But it doesn't tell you.
It doesn't tell me
they are.
where or their number.
But just that they're there.
Just that they're within a mile. This is something the Tritons taught me. Hold up. Takes a deep breath and sits there meditating for a moment. As Elle looks through every baddie he has in here.
I mean, to be fair, it doesn't tell you. It has to tell you which one of those creatures are here. I mean, it does say that exactly in the spell, but you know.
Like, it'll tell me, like, yeah, fiends are here, but it'll say fiend, and if they're also undead, then it'll also say undead.
I can read, don't worry about that.
Yeah, but neither of us can do math.
It's completely fair.
Mr. Quinn, which way should we head? Sure.
Well, I can't see in the dark.
I can.
Well, I
Can
can
you
help
just
you there, sir. And she touches... You have a shield?
Yeah.
So she touches his shield and casts light.
All of you with your goddamn light. I will say I will quickly say a small blessing in Abyssal to my patron. Just be like, yo, we about to do some shit. I'm ready.
You still digging?
Yeah, I've got a lot to dig through, buddy.
Yeah, it's all good.
Oh, no.
Just know you don't have to count. Just find if one type is there, and then just whisper it to me. Actually, not just one type, all the types, if they're there.
They're all there.
Cast the light. She will draw her sword and scimitar. Alright. Quinn, you point us in the right direction. I'm right behind you.
Well, I think right now the best direction is forward.
Tide is still meditating.
Yeah.
Give me a second. Let me see what I got. So, there are a couple paths this way.
Please don't move your token.
I'm not moving my token.
Okay.
Oh, if you're using an arrow, I can't see it.
No, I'm not using anything. I'm scoping it out. Down this way, straight ahead, leads, way out into darkness. There's kind of a crossroads up ahead with paths leading in all different directions. There's this little chamber here. I do see...
That is right.
I do see
Mr. Haruto is a drow. He could scout further ahead than most of us, I imagine.
Mm-hmm. That's what I'm good at. But I do see what looks like gems up there. Alright, we can't take them. Ugh.
Correct.
But there might be people up there.
Let's not steal the gems that we were told specifically not to steal.
Listen, I forgot. I got excited.
You think it would be in the best interest of that old saying, what is it? Touch nothing and nothing shall touch you?
That's fair.
Be just very, very easy, I would imagine.
But yeah, so there's that. Further than the lights, there's not a lot that I can see necessarily. Something strange is coming up over here. It's almost like there's a light source or something.
His head slightly twitches while he's meditating.
I see that too.
Yeah, that's the only thing you get, buddy.
That's the only thing I get? So, within a mile out of all this, that's the only thing I get?
That is the only thing you will get.
So, after his head twitches...
Sure. Because I thought you got something else, but why not?
I would like to remind everyone that not only have we been told that we can take anything from any remains of adventurers.
Oh yeah, you do get this as well.
Don't take anything from the mine, but also Vermeer is looking to own it
Oh,
So
yeah,
he would be
Chris-
able to see us stealing from his future investment.
You may want to drop Vamir's token on here too. But what else do you're messaging me? What else I get? Oh, okay, okay. So Tide's head twitches, and his eyes flash open as he spits out water. Not spit, water.
The hell?
Like falls down on his knees with his hands just.
Are you sick?
You good, dude?
Brushes himself off and stands up,
I'll
rolls his
reach my
shoulders.
hand out to help him up.
He takes it and gets up and brushes himself off. I'm fine, thank you. Like I said, Triton techniques are tedious. Well, I have two bits of news for you all. So luckily, I speak a language that one of these creatures definitively speak. I actually speak the universal language. But in this mine, within a mile of where I am right now, there are creatures of the primordial elements present here.
Shit.
And
Oh.
there are also aberrations, as in, like alien creatures that aren't from this dimension.
Like ghosts?
Well, that sounds exciting.
No,
Whoa!
not undead aberrations. Like I've encountered one that was underwater. I can't remember though.
Quinn goes to. Sorry, go ahead.
I was just gonna say, do you think we could ask them to just leave the mines and that would work?
Well, the thing
No.
is, elementals are rather fickle creatures. While I can communicate, and I'm assuming I'm the only one who can communicate with them, I doubt they will want to listen to me.
Why?
Because they're just raw element.
It's fair. So we should prepare for big boys.
Well, like we talked before, you and I can scout ahead. Make sure everything's okay day.
Sounds fair.
And that will be where we call it for the night.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Oh,
Yes.
incredible.
it's
I thought we were going to 9:20.
No, 9 o'clock.
Oh, well.
All right. I hope everybody had fun.
I did.
Yeah.
It was a lot of fun.
I'm not used to talking that much.